Good morning students. Welcome back to Shaba Group of Schools online class. In the previous class we have studied polar form. Let us continue the same today. The general form of polar form is z equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Here r is magnitude, that is modulus of z, and theta is the argument of z. And three properties in polar form is, first one, if z is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta, then 1 by z becomes 1 by r into cos theta minus I sin theta. The second one is z1 and z2 given, and their product z1 into z2 equal to r1 into r2 into cos of theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sin of theta 1 plus theta 2. Similarly, in the quotient z1 by z2 equal to r1 by r2 into cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sin of theta 1 minus theta 2. We using these two properties, also these three properties we are going to do the sums. Listen, exercise 2.7, first Roman letter, fourth sum. That is I minus 1 by cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. First we assume this as x plus iy equal to I minus 1 by cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. Okay, listen the properties and the general form of polar form also. Listen, our real part is cos and imaginary part is sin. Also the arguments are same and both are positive also. Okay, keep this in your mind. Here also listen, this is our real part cos and this is our imaginary part sin. This is true. Next we find this as in the form of polar. That is, consider I minus 1, that is first write real part and then write imaginary part, which is equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, this is our I minus 1 or minus 1 plus I. What is r? R is square root of, listen, this is x and this is y. X is the real part and y is the imaginary part. Therefore, r is equal to real part square plus imaginary part square. That is equal to root of 2. And theta is the tan inverse of modulus y by x. Argument of z is tan inverse of y by x, and which is equal to tan inverse of 1 by minus 1. That is tan inverse of plus 1, and this becomes pi by 4. Understood? Pi by 4. So our theta value is pi by 4. This we write this as alpha, and listen the plane. Listen, this is first quadrant. In the first quadrant plus plus, that means x is plus and y is plus. And in the second quadrant our x is minus, y is plus. The third one is minus minus, fourth one is plus minus. So listen, our complex number minus 1 plus I, that is minus plus. Minus comma plus means this lies in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant our argument is equal to pi minus alpha. Okay. So our minus 1 plus I lies in second quadrant. Therefore, theta is pi minus alpha. Here alpha is pi by 4. So our theta value is taking 4 as LCM. 4 pi minus pi, that is 3 pi by 4. Therefore, our I minus 1 or minus 1 plus I becomes, instead r we use root 2 and instead theta this. So root 2 into cos of 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4, and the polar form is minus 1 plus I is equal to root 2 into cos of, we have to add 2k pi with this argument, that is 2k pi plus 3 pi by 4 plus I sin of 2k pi plus 3 pi by 4. Listen, this is the polar form of this, but don't write here, we write in the last. Okay. So first substituting this value in the given one, that is x plus iy. Therefore x plus iy is equal to minus 1 plus I, this is in the numerator. Instead we replace this root 2 into cos of 3 pi by 4 plus I sin 3 pi by 4 divide by cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. Okay, listen the property, this is the quotient form, isn't it? Quotient means z1 by z2 equal to, the argument is in subtracting order. So this is our theta 1 and this is our theta 2. Okay, using the property we get root 2 into cos of 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 3 plus I sin of 3 pi by 4 minus pi by 3, that is theta 1 minus theta 2 form. Okay. Now taking 4 into 3 as LCM, we get root 2 into cos of 3 3s are 9 pi minus 4 pi plus I sin of 9 pi minus 4 pi by 12 equal to root 2 into cos of 5 pi by 12 plus I sin 5 pi by 12. Okay. Next its polar form is, now only we have to add 2k pi with this argument, that is x plus iy is equal to root 2 into cos of 2k pi plus 5 pi by 12 plus I sin of 2k pi plus 5 pi by 12. Our k belongs to integer. Understood? Next listen second sum. Find the rectangular form of the complex number. And listen the second subdivision, cos pi by 6 minus I sin pi by 6 by 2 into cos of pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. And we rewrite this as cos of minus pi by 6 plus I sin of minus pi by 6. And we know cos is the even function and cos of minus theta is plus cos theta and sin of minus theta is minus sin theta. Sin is the odd function. Okay, we using these two here. Cos of pi by 6 equal to cos of minus pi by 6. Taking this minus inside, we get sin of minus pi by 6. Okay, now sin of minus pi by 6 equal to minus sin pi by 6. So we get the given one. So after rewriting the numerator, write the denominator as it is. This is plus only, is it? Pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. There is no change in the denominator. And now we using the third property, that means z1 by z2 equal to cos of theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sin of theta 1 minus theta 2. Using here we get, taking 1 by 2 common outside and cos of, this is our theta 1 and this is our theta 2. So theta 1 minus theta 2. So minus pi by 6 minus pi by 3 plus I sin of minus pi by 6 minus pi by 3 half into cos of, so taking 6 as LCM, minus pi minus 2 pi plus I sin of minus pi minus 2 pi by 6 half into cos of minus 3 pi by 6 plus I sin of minus 3 pi by 6. So we get cos of minus pi by 2 plus I sin of minus pi by 2. So is equal to half into, and listen, cos of minus theta becomes cos theta. So cos pi by 2 and plus I sin of minus theta becomes minus sin theta. So minus I sin pi by 2 minus I sin pi by 2, and we know the value for cos pi by 2 is 0, minus I into sin pi by 2 is 1. So the answer is I by 2. Understood? And let us see third sum. This is very important one also. Especially this exercise fully important one. As well examples also important. Listen, it is given x1 plus iy1 into x2 plus iy2 etc. up to xn plus iyn equal to a plus ib. This is given. We have to prove the first one is x1 square plus y1 square into x2 square plus y2 square etc. up to xn square plus yn square equal to a square plus b square. First taking the given statement, that is x1 plus iy1 into x2 plus iy2 etc. into xn plus iyn equal to a plus ib. Now taking modulus on both sides, we get modulus of x1 plus iy1 into x2 plus iy2 into etc. xn plus iyn equal to mod a plus ib. And we know one modulus property, that is modulus of z1 into z2 is equal to mod z1 into mod z2. Using this here, modulus x1 plus iy1 modulus x2 plus iy2 into etc. modulus xn plus iyn equal to modulus of a plus ib. And we know the modulus value, that is square root of real part square plus imaginary part square into square root of x2 square plus y2 square etc. into xn square plus yn square equal to a square plus b square. Now taking square on both sides, squaring on both sides, we get the square roots becomes cancel. So x1 square plus y1 square into x2 square plus y2 square into etc. up to xn square plus yn square equal to a square. Here also root a square plus b square. This is our answer. Hence proved. Understood this? Now second subdivision, sigma r equal to 1 to n tan inverse yr by xr equal to tan inverse b by a plus 2k pi, k belongs to z. Here also taking the given form x1 plus iy1 into x2 plus iy2 etc. up to xn plus iyn equal to a plus ib. Now taking argument on both sides. Argument on both sides, we get argument of x1 plus iy1, x2 plus iy2 into etc. up to xn plus iyn equal to argument of a plus ib. And we know argument of z1 into z2 equal to argument of z1 plus argument of z2. We apply for up to n terms also. So this becomes argument of x1 plus iy1 plus argument of x2 plus iy2 plus etc. plus argument of xn plus iyn equal to argument of a plus ib. and argument formula is argument of x plus iy is tan inverse of modulus y by x. Using this here we get tan inverse of y1 by x1 modulus plus tan inverse of mod y2 by x2 plus etc. plus tan inverse of yn by xn, which is equal to tan inverse of modulus b by a. Now removing the modulus we get tan inverse of y1 by x1, tan inverse of y2 by x2 plus etc. up to tan inverse of yn by xn, which is equal to tan inverse of b by a plus 2k pi. Our k belongs to z. We rewrite this as in the summation form, that is sigma r is equal to 1 to n tan inverse of yr by xr equal to tan inverse of b by a plus 2k pi. Our k belongs to z. Hence the result. Understood? I hope you all understood today's class and do the homework and revise all the example sums also. Thank you, students.